Guys, what is going on? How? But we got to go over the bad, just as much as we go over the good. That is how it is. Last night I had posted on my Instagram channel. On my Instagram page, and if you guys do not know where my Instagram is, the link is down below. I had highlighted and took a screenshot and posted this picture up on my Instagram that, all these attempts here that we were trying to break out of this channel were each and every single one of them that have failed. And I had said last night, right before we had ended the stream, that, I can see a strong chance of us, consolidating and dropping within that channel. I did not expect to break out of the channel. But it is what it is, and it's something that we now have to deal with and work accordingly with. Now, this is a situation where we have to just find where our supports are and try to earn money and try to figure out how we can, how we can still protect our money as this drop happens. So, obviously we just smashed right out of this channel. We're about to get another crossover in EMAs to the downside. Now, in 2 videos ago, we were pretty excited to see this crossover in EMAs to the upside. And, I did see a lot of potential for us to be able to break out of this channel. But again, guys, there's only so many times you can knock on a door until you just get tired and run out of gas and just got to take a break. And in this case, Bitcoin decided to take a bigger break than I thought. And it ended up breaking right out of this channel and the support that we had. And things are going to start looking a little bearish, guys, in my opinion. I think this is going to be the beginning of the, of another pretty significant downtrend. And, I don't like to see that. I don't like to say that, but it is what it is. And like I said, we need to make sure that we do everything that we can accordingly in order to protect our assets and protect our money. And, just be careful in this situation. Now, we do have a little bit of support around the 730.80 area, 730, 7,400. So, we can get a little bit of bounce here and maybe move sideways, and this could be the start of a bear flag pattern. That's just kind of what I'm guessing just off the top of my head. I kind of see something like it dropping down here and then just kind of doing a little bit of a consolidation and then possibly another drop down. I could see a situation like that happening, or we could get a bounce. But guys, like I said, and I've been saying, and you're going to get sick of me saying this, I just truly believe in order to see a true market reversal, we need to see some new money come into this market. And in order for that to happen, I think these prices need to be attractive enough to the average, well, to the professional and advanced traders out there and investors in order to say, okay, it's time to put in a position. And I just don't think that's time is now. And, they all know that their support, all the big investors and, smart money, they know that we're in a bear market right now, and they know that they could take advantage of these lower prices. And, trust me, they're paying attention to what's going on in the market. And, in order for that new money to come in, they need to see that attractive price. And knowing that that $6,400 area is a support and something that we have previously hit and strong possibility of us breaking is holding that money from coming back into the market. For right now, I just believe that we're just kind of recirculating money that's already in the market, and it's just, it's going to get us in these situations where we see these small little runs on, and then strong sell-offs once they get to, a profit to where they are wanting to take their profits. So, it is what it is. We got to keep a close eye on what's going on. Obviously, Ethereum, Litecoin are going to be big droppers as well. When Bitcoin drops, those top drop as well. We'll take a look at some of the top movers of the day. One of them being a coin that I actually wanted to talk about. It's No Limit Coin. And I heard about this coin about a year ago, maybe 8 months now. I think back in October maybe. And it's a coin that is dedicated to fantasy sports. And I really like the concept of it. Fantasy sports obviously is a huge market. I already have it pulled up. Let's see. And it's up 30% today. That's about the only thing that is up today. It's got a market cap of $17 million. The 24-hour volume is 314. With very little circulating supply. So this coin is something that I have high interest in. I'm going to kind of wait for the downtrend, for this bearish market to just kind of settle down and find a spot where we're going to kind of find that bounce in order to put a position in. But this is a coin that I do have interest in getting into once, we do find bottom wherever that is. Couple of call outs that we made. Some of the top movers that were looking decent today. We saw XRP, guys, yesterday. I saw this very, very nice wedge that I had broken out of, and we ended up seeing quite the run from Ripple. But again, we are seeing some big consolidation with these price drops. Nothing we can do about that. All these alts are going to follow along with BTC. VeChain was another mover today that was in the green, but I believe is now 3% down. If we had taken advantage, this was one of our big movers, guys, and one of our big calls that we had made. Seeing some consolidation right now, obviously, with these price drops and with the bearish situation that we are in, we're going to see a lot of these coins start taking a drop. And just last night, guys, things looked really healthy, and the altcoin space, things were looking really, really good. But again, we could not break out of this resistance. We couldn't break out of this channel to the upside. And had we have done that, I strongly believe that we could have made a nice run up to that 8,100 area. But, we broke out. We had a big sell-off, and it is what it is. So, let's take a look at EOS. EOS is also seeing some consolidation. I expect this coin to drop as well. Like I said, once that main net hype is over, I think that's going to just kind of follow along in the pattern that was trading in. I do think long-term, EOS is going to be a great project. I know, it's got a lot of hype right now. Some of the airdrops they're supporting are very, very interesting, and we're going to make a video about that in the future. I think they have hundreds and hundreds of airdrops that are going to be able to be thrown on the EOS blockchain compared to the Ethereum, only having, I believe, only supporting 10 or 15. And that's why a lot of people are thinking that EOS has a stronger chance to, take over the Ethereum market cap. But it's going to be a slow, steady process. As we see, guys, BTC just continues this drop. Like I said, I think it is just going to continue down to these levels. Where'd my line go? Just disappeared on me. What the? Yeah, well, that just disappeared. Okay. So anyway, just keep an eye on the market, guys. Just wanted to jump in here quick. Be careful. There's not really much to talk about. We're obviously in a sea of red. What I see being next is honestly just, I think this is the start of another significant drop, unfortunately. And, if you guys want to talk about how you can, maybe make some income while you are in or make up for some of your losses, we could talk about, like I said, we can be shorting right now, but, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot more to just funding the account and throwing a short position. And so if anybody is new to BitMEX or new to shorting, please just reach out to me first. Shoot me a tweet, shoot me a DM, or whatever the case is, and let's talk about it first before we actually you make any decisions. Do what you want, obviously, but I do want to just give you some advice on what you're getting yourself into if you are going to start up a BitMEX account or any other shorting account. Other than that, guys, there's not really much to talk about. We are in severe consolidation. It is Monday. Sunday was pretty good. Like I said, guys, yesterday things were looking really good. And, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get out of that channel, but it is what it is. So we have to kind of recalculate, and we have to work with what we got. We have to protect what we have, and we have to just be aware that we are in a bear market right now. And Don't be looking for things that aren't there. You know, that's the number one thing I guess I can try to say right now is just don't be looking for things that aren't there. Don't be trying to recover your losses by trying to find stuff that really just isn't there. And that is very, very important. Just let it do its thing, you know, and let's see where this thing ends. You know, let's see where we can find some support. Let's see where we're finding some bounces. I don't know why my support line just completely disappeared on us. That is very strange. Was I on a different... Oh, okay, there it is. I was on XBT. I was on a BitMEX chart. So yeah, there we go. So this is what I can kind of foresee for the future. Again, you know, don't take my advice and trade upon it. I'm not a financial advisor. I have to say that stuff. I have to start learning to say that stuff in my videos because I always forget. But yeah, just, you know, I could see a situation like this starting to happen and then another drop. But let's look at the day chart, guys, because this is overall what we really want to... Why is my thing all messed up? This is overall what we really want to pay attention to, right? Because this support here is, I believe, the most important support that we have to keep an eye on. And breaking out of this support here on the day chart, that is, I believe, going to be a very critical situation and a critical spot for us to really, really just keep an eye on and you know, pay attention to. If we can get another bounce, hopefully this is a situation where, you know, we can get a drop and maybe get another bounce off this support here and then, you know, work our way back up to this, you know, the top of this channel and not just drop out of this channel. But overall, this is the main channel that we should be keeping our eye on and really just hope that we don't fall out of this. For all of you bulls out there, we want to kind of stay in this channel, and a break out of this channel, definitely, in my opinion, we would just head straight to that 6,400 area and test those supports again, and from there, hopefully, you know, we can get a bounce. But again, you know, this is cryptocurrency. A lot of things happen that you know, people cannot prepare for, and that is the point that I'm trying to get across is, you know, just be cautious, use your charts. If you have any questions, reach out to the people who, you know, that can offer, you know, a lot of help. There's tons of channels, guys, on YouTube that you can go check out. What's a couple of them that I know Crypto Coin News, not the Zach guy. He kind of just goes over, not that his channel is bad. He kind of goes over coins and the fundamentals of the coins rather than the charts and the actual movement of Bitcoin in general. You know, Philocone has really good TA. His TA is very good. Crypto Cho, his TA is very good. You know, there's a lot of guys out there who can offer a lot of advice in situations like this where you can kind of follow and maybe, you know, if your TA is not, you know, up to par, then you can kind of, you know, learn a little bit and figure out what these guys are thinking. But, you know, use your resources, guys. Use your resources in times like this, and don't be looking for patterns that aren't there. That is something that I just cannot express enough. So, unfortunately, guys, the bear market is, you know, we broke out of that channel. I expect us to at least touch one of these supports here. And on the day chart, it looks like, you know, we got some support around the 7,300. Could get a small bounce here. Maybe some consolidation, and hopefully we can just get a bounce back up into this channel. But you know, it is very possible that we could retest this support here, get a bounce, and then and move back up. But it is also possible that we could break through it. So there's a lot of things that could happen right now. Just wanted to come on real quick and share my opinion with you guys. And that's about it. If you have any questions, please throw them down in the chat box, and I'll take a look at whatever you guys have to want to take a look at. RSI is pointing down on the 24-hour. You know, the bear market is here, guys. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Litecoin, a lot of these coins, guys, are just going to be doing the same pattern. You know, it's a red day. a lot of these projects and a lot of these coins and tokens are going to be doing the same type of movement. But you have to take the emotional aspect out of it. If you had taken a loss over this drop, don't go chasing stuff. Don't go chasing stuff trying to get those losses back, because it's going to bite you in the ass, and it's going to, you're really going to end up putting yourself in a worse position. So don't go chasing patterns, and really just kind of, if you can see here, I will show you guys it again, the BTC overall wedge that we all should be paying attention to right now is this channel here. So let's really keep an eye on this, and once we get a break out of this channel, then I would say, go ahead and do your shorts or whatever you got to do to be able to make up for your losses. But any questions? Anything you guys want me to go over? I see there's a bunch of people watching, but I know there's not much to talk about. Just wanted to jump in and just give my advice. I mean, not my advice, my opinion on what's going on. We need to see some new buyers, guys. We need once, and I was just having this conversation in the Discord. Once BTC and once Bitcoin is more accessible to the public, that's when this thing is really going to turn around, and that's when we're really going to be able to see some momentum to the upside. But that's a work in progress. We're still in the infancy stages of cryptocurrency, so you have to take it for what it is. And if you are a day trader, you got to protect your assets as best as you can. And in downtimes like this, we're obviously going to see lower lows at this time from this breakout of this channel. It is very possible that this could be a fake out. I've seen so many situations where, you get a bear flag like this on a 24-hour chart, and we see a small drop, and then the next in the next few hours we could see this could be a short squeeze. There's a ton of different things that could be happening, but just keep your eyes close to the market. That's all I can say. And if you guys have any questions, DM me please on any one of my social media pages, and I will get right back to you guys. Other than that, again, just be cautious. Don't go chasing stuff. Let it formulate. Let the chart do it. Let it do its thing. And this may be a good day just to take off and figure out what its next move is going to be. If you guys want to go over some stuff in the news, we could do that. Brandon, another late night. Mike, thanks for sharing the other resources. Not every YouTuber has a sense of humility. Josh, Turn has been holding at about 35 cents. We are still green. No kidding. Let's take a look at that. Turnio. I'm trying to think of the other channel that I watch, and this guy's been, you know who else is really good, guys? Tone Vase. Go check. A lot of people don't like Tone Vase because he's bearish all the time, but he's right a lot of the times. So I hear it all the time that people really just cannot stand Tone Vase. He's constantly bearish, but hey, the guy's on point with his TA, and you can learn a lot from him. He does a TD sequential type of chart, and what that is, for those of you who don't know, it's a number formulation. Let me get into it real quick, and then we'll take a look at Turnio, because I'm actually curious what the TD sequential is showing us right now on the, and I believe he looks at it on the weekly chart. So, all right, perfect example right here, guys. Let's take a look at this, right? Let's clear all this stuff. So right here on this red one. Now, again, I'm not going to go too much into this because I'm still new at this TD sequential indicator. I want to do a lot more with it because I'm finding that it's a really great way to kind of foresee what's going to happen based on what the chart is telling you. So right when you see a red one, from what I understand, when you see a red one, that is an indication to short, right? When you see a green one, that is an indication to go long. So that's basically all I know at this point. I just started digging into it the other day. I'm going to do a lot more research into it because I think this is a very good way to get a good feel on, you know, different indicators out there, because the more indicators you learn and the more you end up, you know, putting in your toolbox, the better trader you'll end up being. So this is kind of an indication right here on the weekly that this red one would have been an indication to go short. And from what you see, obviously it was correct. And when you see a green one, that is an indication to go long. Now you can use it on lower time frames, but from what I understand, so as you can see here, we're starting to formulate a red one, and it's going back and forth probably because this 74.85 is a trigger point to, so yeah, this is interesting. So let's see if we can break down below. So it seems like once we hit the 74.83 and it closed below that on the hourly, I mean on the daily, is going to indicate a red one. So if this thing closes below 74.83 in 7 hours, that is going to be an indication of a short. Again, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know. I'm not great. I'm not well put in the TD sequential area yet, but from what I see right now, a red one is an indication of short. And that's why we have somebody coming on, I think, in the next couple of days who's going to go in depth about the TD sequential. Yeah, see, so it went past that 74.83. We're now at that 74.81, and it is staying as a red one. So from what I'm seeing right now, let's see if it touches, once it gets up to 74.85. It needs to go a cent above that. So right now it's showing a strong indication of a short, right? And that we're going to be going lower. That's from what I know. More tools, the better, absolutely. So, yeah, but look at this, guys. Check it out. So, red one, right? Red one, indication to short. Boom. You know, if you would have followed this pattern, you would have done very well in these days. Red one up here. Red one. Boom. You would have done very well. So we're getting a red one right now. And again, I probably sound so ridiculous right now because I don't know much about it. But, you know, if you want to look into it, go look into it. Tone Vase, he is the TD sequential king. Go over to his channel. Check out his channel, guys, because he's got a lot to offer. And he really does do a great job really breaking down. I mean, he looks at the weekly. He looks at the daily. He looks at the hourly. He breaks down the charts on what's going on for the week. And that's what I really like about him is he adds really great value to this community. And he's someone that I highly suggest you guys going to check out. Let's see. Anything else, guys? Oh, Turnio. Let's take a look at Turnio. Sorry about that. Turnio, this is a marketing coin, right? And I love marketing. Marketing is
today's digital advertising industry faces many challenges. Domain fraud, bot traffic, lack of supply chain transparency, and lengthy payment models. It is a complex and confusing environment for advertisers, ad tech companies, and publishers to navigate. Incentives are not aligned, causing both sides to feel they are on the losing end of the deal. Transparency is what the advertising industry needs, and blockchain is the solution to deliver it. At Turnio, we provide a blockchain-based utility token that will transform the $224 billion digital advertising industry. Our token functions as an independently verifiable and decentralized asset that empowers advertisers to verify spend throughout the supply chain and gives publishers the ability to be paid on delivery. All impressions run through a smart contract with an insertion order attached that is digitally signed each step of the way. Most important, Turnio is scalable and supports the high volume of transactions that the programmatic market demands. We can integrate with most ad technology platforms, giving trustworthy companies the ability to immediately bring the benefit of blockchain to their partners. Turnio is not another layer in the supply chain, but rather a system that runs in parallel and complements the ad delivery, data targeting, and yield management functions of existing trustworthy companies. By utilizing cryptographic security, only those within the supply chain are allowed to view the details. All participants get transparency into the supply chain and a clear understanding as to where the advertiser's dollars are going. If the supply chain decides that a certain layer is not providing value,
I like that.
Then, as a natural progression, the order of the supply chain reforms to the path of least resistance and greater efficiency. Turnio makes it easy to verify.
So I like how it just stated that you know where your money's going if you're putting if you're spending your money on marketing, you know exactly where that money is going. And that's what blockchain really has to offer. It gives you the ability to find out exactly where funds are going. Follow the blockchain. You know what I'm saying? That is very, very unique. And I believe the marketing industry is one of the biggest industries that is going to get the most benefit out of blockchain, because being in the marketing industry, I'm fascinated by it, and I think that as the years pass, these marketing tools that are going to be available to us are just going to become more and more and more accessible. I mean, right now there is no better day to be in than for marketers. I mean, they have so many tools to be able to be working with. But for a company that is older and they are not really in tune with social media, they don't have that grasp on really how to reach the outside world. And when I mean outside world, I mean the outside tech world, the group that is not really involved in tech. And it gives them the ability to find out exactly where their money's going, because when you pay a company to advertise your company, you want to find out exactly where your money's going and how they're going to advertise your company, right? And if they're taking your, let's just say $10,000, and they're not implementing that $10,000 in the right areas, and you're not getting the proper ROI, return on your investment, then there's really no point on spending that $10,000. Miguel, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome. Josh, sorry guys, I didn't even thank you guys for jumping in. So yeah, I mean it's a really cool project. I do enjoy it. The more and more I'm digging into it, I have to do a more in-depth video on it, because it is something that I'm starting to become very interested in, and it is going to be on the Stellar blockchain, I believe. Yeah. So you can go check out there. Guys, go check out this site, cryptoslate.com. There's every single project on there. They got their Reddit, their Telegram, their GitHub, their Twitter. I mean, every single one of their social media platforms is right there. Their team is right in front of your face. So far, their team looks really good. Patrick Sundberg, advisor, former VP of Goldman Sachs. Awesome. Looks like a pretty solid team. Let's see their Twitter. Their Twitter seems pretty active. A system like this could help make sure performers are getting paid while dead weight gets dropped off. Yeah. And Judas says, what excites me is that more of the marketing industry is moving towards a freelance workforce, more and more independent contractors every step of the way. Yes, exactly. And that's what this whole situation is trying to solve, is to get that middleman out of the way, and just from the consumer to the agency. That is what we're trying to accomplish. Is we want to get the most bang for our buck. We want to get the most out of what we're spending, the biggest ROI, right? The biggest return on your investment. And we could go into depth about that and all sorts of stuff. I want to start doing videos on, when if you were to invest in one of these low market cap coins that eventually takes off in the future, like if you were one of the few that got into Ethereum back in the day, just last year and bought, 100 of them, and you cashed out when it hit $1,000, what would you do with that money? Would you reinvest it into cryptocurrency, or would you put it into an outside source, right? Like land, real estate, stuff that is never going to go away. With cryptocurrency, yeah, it's here right now, but is it here to stay? And 5 years from now, where is it going to be? So be smart with your money. And that's what, that's what this whole situation is all about, is being smart with your money and making sure that it's being spent in the proper way. I just had a great discussion with one of our members in the Discord group about this Lambo thing. And when it goes to the moon, I'm buying a Lambo. Please don't buy a Lambo. Please don't buy a Lambo. I know it's just a saying, and I hope it's just a saying, but why would you spend $200,000, $300,000 on a vehicle when you could turn that investment into $1 million or even $500,000? Like, that's just me. I don't know. A system like this could help make sure people are getting paid. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's Turnio, man. I like this program. I like this. I actually do like this project a lot. I'm not seeing the price anywhere. What's the price sitting at? Still at 30 cents, I think somebody said. Yeah, please don't get a Lambo. I think it's just a saying, but there is a couple of douchebags on YouTube who I remember this page that I first started watching when I got in. They were called the Lambo something, and they really were going out and buying Lambos and like showing off their Lambos in the YouTube videos. And like we got to make that known that that's not what this shit's about. That's not what this community is about. It's not about, this is about it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Amen. Money grows, man. Make that money grow. Don't let that money control you. You control that money, because once you let that money start controlling you, you're not in the right game. 35 cents right now, Mike, unless you can buy ICO within 10 cents. So I believe unless you're in the, I don't think you can get the ICO if you're in the States. But right now, 35 cents. Why don't you throw out the exchanges that it's on, Josh, so everybody knows what exchange you can get this token on. It seems like a very solid project. The team is very, very reputable. That again, one of the first things I look for is the team. Social media is very active, and it's something to do with marketing. Marketing is huge, guys. That is the future. I have a 7-year-old son, and I'm constantly telling him, marketing, get into it. Lambos are for stupids. Coin madness, what's going on? If you buy a Lambo, you are just I don't know. Wouldn't you guys rather buy a house, right? Go buy a three-family house and get some equity under your belt. Let that money grow for you. Don't go buy a Lambo and then wrap it around a tree the next day because you've never driven a car that can go that fast, or you have no idea how to even drive a Lambo, and you wrap that car around a tree. That's worthless. That's $300,000 that you just threw away, where you could just go buy real estate, make an investment, and make that money grow. Be conservative, guys. You got to be conservative, especially in times like this, right? In times like this, conservative. I cannot say that enough. Live a simple life, and when we set up, I don't know the ages of you guys, but for me, I'm 30 years old. I'm setting myself up so down the line, my family is secure, and I'm hoping that they don't buy Lambos with the money that I make in my lifetime. Brandon, if I see someone showing their car on a crypto channel, I see them as materialistic. Blah, blah. I agree. Do they make a child seat for Lambo? No. Yeah, right. I would never put my kid in a Lambo. Are you kidding me? You know what I would do, though, is I would probably go, we just had the discussion, too. I'll probably go on Groupon and spend $200 and rent a Lambo for a day, because they are trying to push these exotic cars down our throats, guys. And don't buy into it, man. Don't buy into it. Be simplistic. I got a freaking basic car. Yeah, it's new, but it's a basic. You know, it gets me from A to B. Let's worry about making money. That's what this is about. Let's worry about making money right now, and then down the line, you know, if we got buku bucks where we, you know, that I call it that FU money, then, you know, do what you want. But for right now, we should be setting ourselves up for the future, because it's going to happen like this. We are going to wake up one day and be like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have bought that Lambo. Groupon, man. Hey, I am all about Groupon. All about Groupon. Wherever there is a deal, I am in, man. There's no shame in that. You know, you got to use the tools, man. It's all about using those tools. Hey, man, fully agree. Good shout. Thanks, Coin Madness. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you, guys. And again, hey, listen, we're in a bear market right now, and you know, it is what it is. We gotta protect our assets, and if you are deciding on shorting and you do not want to you know, please just reach out to me. Shoot me a DM. Jump in our Discord. Let's have a discussion first before you start opening up a short account, and if you have no experience with it, because I do think it is a good opportunity right now to start shorting, and to maybe think about opening up a short account, because you can cover some of your losses, and you know, you can make some really good profits shorting, but you have to be able to take your feelings out of it. You have to be able to just learn how to take your losses when you're shorting. So if you guys do have an interest in shorting or opening up a leverage account, please reach out to me and let's just have a little discussion. I'll bring some other people into the group as well that have some experience with leverage trading, and we'll all just kind of bounce some ideas off each other, because I do not want any of you guys to go into it blindly, and I don't want to see any of you guys lose any of your money. When Moon, when Lambo? I can't even answer that question, man. No Lambo ever for me. And Moon, you know, as I said, we need some new money coming in. Once we get to these lower prices, we'll see a nice little jump. But for now, we need some new money to come in. Brandon says, if you get rich and want to stay rich, you better manage your money and we'll make it grow. Leverage is scary. Judas, I'll tell the story real quick. So when we were up to that $12,000 area a couple months ago, I was able to take advantage of a short, right? I ended up putting, I funded my account. I don't want to get into numbers, but I funded my short account. And by using other resources that were given and provided on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff like that, I was able to follow that all the way down to the 65. And I shorted all the way down to 65. I made pretty good money, really good money. But what I found myself doing after is, and I made a video about this yesterday, I found myself starting to look for patterns in shorts that weren't there. And I got liquidated out of a couple positions. And that was the end of my bit. I was done. I said, you know what? We're starting to go into a bear market. I don't like going long on things. So that's where it lost me. And just what I'm trying to say, guys, is let's have a discussion if you guys ever do want to start doing leverage. But anything else, guys? What else? I guess we can kill some time, man. It's 1 o'clock. We're going on for what? 38 minutes. Let's go 45, and then we'll end this. Let's take a look at some of the projects for the day, some coins for the day. Yeah, No Limit coin is up there. It's dropping, but like I said, this is a project that I do want to get into eventually. The whole fantasy sport, you know, again, intrinsic value, you know, like that is a coin that has intrinsic value because it's got use case. It's linked up to the fantasy sport community, and you know, fantasy is bigger than ever right now. Moon will probably be in 10 years. Sadly, we will have to wait and see the fight. I mean, hey, you know, I don't think it's going to be that long, but you may be right. You never know. So some of the top movers of the day: Huobi token, Digix DAO. Huobi token, guys, I'm starting to see grow more and more. Just the other day, wasn't this at $3? It's up 53% in the last week. again, that's another great thing, right? I mean, Binance, Huobi, exchanges that are going to start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. I suggest that you guys start investing into them because it is in the infancy stage. Binance is how old? Huobi is how old? You know, like this is the beginning stage of these big exchanges. And if you get into them now, you know, you got some pretty good chances to make some money in the future. Judas BCH had a nice pop the last 2 days. Now it's down, consolidation or retracement. It's going to follow BTC, man. Whatever BTC does, Bitcoin Cash is going to follow. Bitcoin's telling me we're going down. And I think we're going to start maybe testing, you know, this 71 again. We might try to bounce off that 71 again. And if we break out of the 7100, guys, you know, we'll talk about it then, but let's not even talk about that now. Financial crisis coming very soon, Limber Uncle. Yeah, I read an article about that the other day, actually. Yeah, some restructuring is definitely going to be starting to happen. I know that. I could tell you that right now for sure, man. Let's see, what do I got? I'm just looking at my positions right now, making sure I'm good. Everything's good. Oh, did you guys, anybody here trade on GDAX? GDAX just reformulated their entire exchange and made it a Coinbase Pro exchange, and it is amazing. I'm going to start doing a lot of trading on there. Very smooth exchange, very smooth platform. That's where I originally came from. That when I got into crypto, I went right into GDAX and started trading the top 3: Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and I did very well. Just kind of, you know, day trading, and their platform is very, very, very nice, very clean right now. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out GDAX, the new Coinbase Pro. Skycoin, that's a coin I keep hearing about. Up 7% this week. Ion, one of our callouts, down almost at 1% today, up 20% for the week. That's about it, guys. I got nothing really else to talk about. And I want to leave you with one thing, right? One thing. Times like this, we need to remember stuff like this. Look at this tweet from May 11th, 2017. Just take a look at that. Screenshot that in your head and remember that. You know, in times like this, we need to kind of remember where we came from. Loom. Crypto, thank you, buddy. Yeah, let me take a look at Loom. Loom is fairly new, isn't it? Wasn't that just listed to Binance? Yeah. So Loom, I mean, there's not really much to say about it right now, man. You know, if you're scalping, if you want to put a bit, I mean, it's bottomed out at the RSI and the 2 hour. Let's see the 4 hour. It's not quite down there yet. I would wait for lower prices if you're looking to get into an entry. Again, I think we're going to start testing that 7,200 area. So I would wait. I would wait to see what BTC does for any entries on anything. But as far as Loom, probably seeing a little bit of a consolidation right now. We might see a bear flag type pattern start forming with another leg down to bottom out this RSI. So, yeah, I see that going down a little bit cheaper. It's crazy, man. Market cap, we were at 350 yesterday. We dropped $15 billion overnight, just like that. But that's about it, guys. What is Xcoin? Why is Xcoin up 90% today? Why is Xcoin? What is it? What's going on here? What exchanges is it on? Cryptopia. What news came out about it? Sneak peek, cold storage hybrids as its giveaway. Maybe it's a giveaway. I don't know. But yeah, go check out this site, guys. It's really, really, really clean. I like this site a lot. CryptoSlate.com. Thank you, Brandon, for introducing me to this. This is just a very awesome site. I see we are working on our TD sequential red line. Yes. Brandon, I just went over the TD sequential. I didn't want to dive too much. Yeah, I am a 4-hour trader. If I'm shorting, or if I'm shorting, I go on the lower time frames. I go on like the 30 minutes to 15 minutes. But if I'm looking for long positions, I definitely look at the 4-hour. Thanks for the show, Crypto Slate. Really like it. Was super surprised Tony was on it. Yeah, I mean. All right, I got people blowing me up. I got a meeting I got to go to. Guys, thank you so much for joining on this. You know, it's rainy over here. It's raining in the East Coast over here. We got a red day. You know, thank you guys for coming in and joining. You know, again, not much to talk about, but I'm glad we covered a few things. Overall, don't buy the Lambo. Don't feed into that. Buy a house. Go buy land. Go put your money into things that have intrinsic value that you can make money on while you're sleeping. So, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Please hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. If you found value in this video, or if you just liked hanging out with us, hit that like button. Share. You know, let's try to spread the word. We got some good news coming out this week about a bunch of different things on the show, within the community, and I'm really excited to get into that. And again, thank you guys so much for coming out and joining on this shitty day. And I will see you guys in the next one. Not sure if I'm going to go into one tonight. You know, it depends on what the market does. If something crazy happens, I'll jump in. But feel free to reach out to me on any one of my social media platforms. I will get right back to you. And yeah, buy the dip. You got it, buddy. Yeah, turn on bell, turn on post notifications, all that. You guys know the deal. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.